Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Hits Herndon over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL.
And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense, and usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And now running right through him. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
An electric force out of the backfield is Jay Ajayi, who made the most out of his midseason exit from Miami and acquisition by the Philadelphia Eagles. The leading rusher in the playoffs for the Eagles helped power them to a Super Bowl with his ability to see holes where people don't think they exist and turn them into long runs.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The numbers last week for Shady McCoy. 6 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
McCoy, and he takes this from the 30 to the 34. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
I wanted to highlight the back end of this defense and especially focus in on the safety duo of Jamal Adams and Marcus May. Adams, their 1st-round pick. May, their 2nd-round pick. And both had tremendous rookie seasons. Both can play free safety or strong safety. I call them mirrors. What one is doing, the other's doing the opposite.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
Kelly to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On 3rd down, Kelly. And that is incomplete. Jamal Adams, their #1 pick a year ago, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Hot.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1:52 left to play in this 2nd quarter. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business,
Right now,
the coach.
56, Lucky 56. Hot. Hot.
Here's Kelly. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley with touchdown #8 on the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out now come the Jets. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to air one out, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set, move, landed.
first down. Darnold goes underneath for Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, Kelly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Kelly. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's complete to Croft. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start down in the Sunshine State, an AFC East matchup between New England and Miami. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Michael Thomas, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. 2 touchdown passes for the veteran Alex Smith. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And from down in Miami, an update. The Patriots have jumped out to an early lead over Miami. Tom Brady with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Set. 319. 319.
On first down, it's Kelly. He finds an opening past the 40. Got a man. It's Brown. John Brown, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year, and the Bills will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On second down, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action, it's Kelly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Blue 90!
Here's Kelly, throwing again. Able to shake him off. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Green 39! Green 39! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
To throw is Kelly. To throw on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
Kelly now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Steve McClendon busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So they've converted their first 2 fourth down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd of this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Darnold on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Going for it all. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This give is to McCoy. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to McCoy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Green 39.
A play fake. Now Kelly. Jones breaking from the contact. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
3-19.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. John Brown with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A first down throw, Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
A give to McCoy. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Here we go.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Kelly looking to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Kelly to throw on second down. And the grab by Kroft. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bills, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Somebody call for the queen. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the whole year. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah, her Rex on her. Yeah, big Rex better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around. Yeah, whole squad. Yeah, squad goes on the. Yeah, make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah, Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah, you can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, do my tag on, I got it in the bag, man, I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the whole year. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the whole year. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture. Jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag.
G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'm a sport. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm tortured. Had the fish on my teeth, I went fortunate. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bed like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you. All of these my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the water on me like the sunny. I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mo. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm envelope. And you know I'm never lacking. Gotta do without stopping traffic. Water on my paddock. In automatic. I drink water when I'm fasting. Use a ass on me and I can't have it. Boy, I'm far from average. Better wait your turn, better get in line.
Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Got a, like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
So what you want? Every day. Genesis, dead presidents, drop a gem on them.